P. Driver sitting directly behind him, that is Mitchell Moles. Moles out of Raisin City, California. Driver of the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Walker Filtration, Stanton Spike Chassis, number 19 AZ. The 33M on track, that is Matt Westfall out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio. The Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Gressman Power, DRC Chassis, Wicks Filters, number 33M. And the man who leads the points coming into the final weekend of racing for the 2024 season out of Sutter, California, the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Mountain Mechanical Contractor, Stanton DRC, Indy Power Sports, Rockwell Security, number 57. That is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in the 57, getting the push here down the front straightaway. The driver in one, currently second in ASCS Elite Non-Wing standings. Driver of the China Spring Lube and Services, Mopar Powered, P1 Flea, Abilene Powder Coating, Bell County Electric, number 1. That is Paul White. Paul White in the number 1. Driver in 79 out of Kennedale, Texas. Driver in the Express Car Wash of Texas. B&K Windows, J&D Chevrolet Maxim. Abilene Powder Coating, Valvoline, number 79. That is Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones in the number 79. And one more driver to tell you about making his way over onto the back straightway. Coming to you out of Ione, California. Driver of the NOS Energy Drink, Bow Foundation, MPV Express, Top Industries, ProSource, Indy Custom Stone, number 4. That is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the 4. So drivers getting word over the receiver, wanting communication to go ahead and get themselves spread out, give themselves plenty of room. As we're about to set them loose here for the first time in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. At the Red Dirt Raceway with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Again, Cummins, Seavey, Jones, White, Moles, Westfall, and Grant. All on track here for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. White flag flying here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. Several drivers coming out last night and testing the track out. Cummins, one of the drivers who was on hand. As a checker flag will fall here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, Justin Grant so far quickest. 13.410, 13.410 for Justin Grant. Mitchell Moles, a 13.757. Matt Westfall, a 13.794. Kyle Cummins, a 13.805. And Logan Seavey, 13.880. So Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1 will vacate the premises, and Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 begin to make its way out. Real quick while things are quiet, to point out if you are new to the Red Dirt Raceway, whether you're in the stands or watching on the broadcast, the start-finish line is not the flag stand. In fact, if you look down at the catch fence, there is a little checkered flag affixed down there, waving in the breeze. That is actually the start-finish line. You're wondering, well, why is that? If you notice, the turns 1 and 2 walls extend far beyond the racetrack. Back in the days of Brill Motor Speedway, this was a 3/8 mile oval. As the start-finish line not adjusted from its original position, it is actually about 40 feet before you get to the flag stand. So if you're watching timing and scoring, The transponder loop is not at the flag stand. Next set of cars out to the Speedway. That includes the 5B of Brock Cottrell out of Fletcher, Oklahoma. Driver the DC Solutions, Soldier Express, Lawton Auto Parts, Blaine Spears Racing Engine, EMI Chassis, Derek Cottrell own number 5B. The 11W rolling around to the back straightway out of Topeka, Kansas. Driving the wholesale battery, Harris Fabrication. Jaden Hope Foundation, Lazy Elf Ranch number 11W. That is Wyatt Burks. Wyatt Burks in the 11W. Driver coming to us from down the road in Lawton, Oklahoma. Driver the Texas Towing Incorporated. ProTech, Ron is Supply, Canada Power, DRC, Fry Family Motorsports number 79F. This is Cooper Sullivan. Cooper Sullivan here on the front straightway in 79. R.J. Miller, who leads the points with the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Series, making his way down the front straightaway. Driving the Main Street Auto Care, Miller Racing Engine, Maxim Chassis. Wills Point Automotive, number 34. Longtime racer here in the Sooner State out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. Driving the Smiley's Racing Products, MudX, Holloway Special, Westmar Triple X number 03. That is Joe Wood Jr. Joe Wood Jr. in the 03. Couple of drivers rolling onto the back straightaway, one to the inside. That is Ty Halsey out of Owasso, Oklahoma, driving the H&R Auto Glass Risley Trash Service, Candidate Triple X Chassis, Dina Risley on number 24H. Driver that was rolling in next to him, now just outside of the frame. We'll get focus back on him. That is Carson Garrett out of Littleton, Colorado, driving the BGE Darty Motorsports Auto Credit Cummings Power DRC at number 15. Field goes to green here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session at number 2. So Justin Grant remains quickest as we have one stopped down inside of the tractor tires. That is the 79F. Cooper Sullivan, they'll get the side-by-side up to him and get him clear for the racing surface. Wyatt Burks second quick. Mitchell Moles third quick. Matt Westfall is fourth quick. Kyle Cummins remains fifth quick. Logan Seavey, Joe Wood Jr., Carson Garrett, Kyle Jones, Brock Cottrell going to be your top 10 quickest out of 2 flights of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. I believe Drake York down trackside with an update.
Yeah, I just talked to Cooper Sullivan just a second ago. He said it wasn't running right, so they're going to take that 79 back in the pit area and try to make it out for Honest Abe Roofing qualifying.
Thank you very much. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3 beginning to make its way out to the racing surface. Driver out of Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Risley Trash Service, H&R Auto Glass, Candidate Triple X, Dina Risley on number 24C. That's Craig Carroll. Craig Carroll, the number 24, sitting on the front straightaway. The 21K is Kobe Simpson. He's out of Bonham, Texas, for the Beattown Automotive, Candidate DRC Chassis. Tops up here, Bud Quality Thread, Scorpion Racewear, number 21. Driver currently second in USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship standings out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Driver the Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, Fatheads, Rider, Triple X number 69. It's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in the number 69. The number 15X is going to roll to the front straightaway. That is CJ Leary out of Greenfield, Indiana. Driver the Altos Power Equipment, Valvoline. Hornbeck Concrete, Highsmith Guns, BGE Darty Motorsports, number 15X. And the number 77 machine, the driver out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. Driver the Jackson Compaction, Mesilla Valley Transportation, SDV Construction, Champion Heating and AC, Rancho Milagro. Anderson Steel Racing Engine, Maxim Chassis, number 77. That is Colt Treharn. Colt Treharn in the number 77. And rolling down the back straightaway out of Bedford, Indiana, driver the TJG Roofing and Exteriors, Cummings Powered, DRC Auto Credit, Airmaster Heating and AC, Tommy D's Windows, Doors, and more, number 24M. That is Hunter Maddox. Hunter Maddox in the number 24. Again, if you're looking for live timing and scoring of the United States Auto Club, you could find that on the Race Monitor app. The Race Monitor app, and again, reminder, that is unofficial. Live timing and scoring for Red Dirt Raceway via My Race Pass. And for a moment, it was Brady Bacon, but C.J. Leary coming around to take the top spot here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at a 12.867, 128.67 seconds. Brady Bacon at 13.056. Kobe Simpson at 13.144. Hunter Maddox 13.364. And Justin Grand gets shuffled back to fifth quick at a 13.410. So only one driver so far into the 12-second bracket. The track's starting to really work in nicely here. As again, tonight is the debut for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship here at the Red Dirt Raceway, so we will establish a track record in USAC competition. That'll come up during our Honest Abe Roofing qualifying that will follow this final flight of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Field going to make their way out. Matt Sherrill out of Owasso, Oklahoma, driving the Bonnie's by Culver. Jesse Graham Racing Engine, J&J Chassis, Estes Family Racing, Smiley's Racing Products, Chip Graham Racing, number 15M. Sitting down by the flag stand, the driver sitting behind him, driving for 2B Racing this weekend. That's Wesley Smith out of Nixon, Missouri, driver the CarQuest, Minnick Enterprises, Claxon DRC Chassis, number 2B. The 74, Xavier Doney out of Odessa, Missouri, driving the TNT Performance Equine, RT and BP Special, Motorhaven RV and Boat Storage, Design Source Flooring, number 74. The 71W Machine, originally out of Colleyville, Texas, driving the Second Opinion Auto Center, Stanton Maxim, Kaiser Wheels, Dirt Defender, number 71W. That is Weston Gorham. Weston Gorham in the number 71. The Inferno Armor, Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Rock City Racing, Stanton Mach 1, number 3R, out of Coleman, Alabama. That is Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas Jr. in the number 3R. The 21AZ Machine, Dason Percy to Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Curb Records, Apache Transport, Oakcraft Elegant Cabinetry, Team Arizona, Curb-Agaginian Racing, number 21. He'll get the push here on the front straightaway. The driver in 19, that is Hayden Reinbold of Gilbert, Arizona. Driver the AME Electrical, Avanti Windows and Doors, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike, number 19. Sitting over in turns 3 and 4, we've got the Madman, Robert Ballou, out of Rockland, California, driving the Suburban Subaru, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Deaton Waterfront Services, Berks Western Telecom, number 12. And the number 43 out of Edgewood, Texas, driving the Fat Heifer Breeding Company, Miller Powered EMI Chassis. Wills Point Automotive, number 43, that is Brennan Marshall. Brennan Marshall in the number 43. Got Roscoe checking in on the broadcast. He, the wife, and the twins checking out the FloRacing action. Question is, why is Roscoe not racing? Field underway here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session at number 4. A little bit of smoke off of the side of that Second Opinion Auto Center number 71W of Weston Gorham. Looks like it has subsided. She'll get a little tight over off of the right rear in turns 3 and 4. Sets it back down, keeps her rolling. The 19 of Hayden Reinbold, the Avanti Windows and Doors AME electrical entry. At speed onto the back straightaway here. The only non-down tube car in the field. Talking about the 43 of Brennan Marshall. Last time in USAC competition was during the Wingless Short Track Nationals out at Texarkana 67 Speedway. And looking for better results into the night with some windows he didn't order in the side of the block of that machine. As the checker flag will fall here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 4. And C.J. Leary holds on to be the quickest driver in hot laps at a 12.867. Robert Blue, second quick overall, 12.962. Dason Pursley, 12.971. Only 3 drivers in the 12-second bracket at a hot laps. Kevin Thomas Jr., 13.051. Brady Bacon ends up 5th quick at a 13.056. Hayden Reinbold, Colby Simpson, Weston Gorham, Xavier Doney, and Hunter Maddox make up the top 10. Coming up next, it'll be Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all 3 USAC national divisions throughout the 2024 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifications. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. Well, the drivers make their way out to qualify. It will be green the first time by. So here we go. First driver out to qualify comes out of Princeton, Indiana. Driver of the Avanti Windows and Doors, Premier Recycling, Apache Transport, Stanton Powered, Mocklin Chassis, Petty Performance Racer number 3P. This is Kyle Cummins. Kyle Cummins in the 3P. He'll come around and he will set the early mark at a 12.832. 12832 seconds for the driver of the number 3P, carrying 4 wins on the season coming into this weekend's racing action. A 20-time winner with the series, making his way around to the front straightaway. Second time around, slower, 12.986. Lap number 1, his best attempt, a 12.832. That's the mark that has been set here in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Next driver up to bat is going to be Logan Seavey of Sutter, California. Driver of the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, Rockwell Security, CGCPAs, Indy Custom Self-Forecheck Marketing, Abacus Racing, number 57. 19 overall wins on the season, 14 of those right here with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship, currently tied for the all-time record. Trying to get one more and take it for his own. Lap number 1 was a 13.042. Lap number 2, a 13.146. So lap number 1, the best attempt for Logan Seavey. Second quick right now, 13.042 seconds. Driver onto the speedway now comes to us out of Kennedale, Texas. Driving the Express Car Wash at Texas, J&D Chevrolet, Maxim Chassis, B&K Windows, Abilene Powder Coating, Valvoline, Schoenfeld, Rush Race Gear number 79. This is Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones in the number 79. 13.245, 13245 seconds on lap number 1 for Kyle Jones. 5 times a winner on the season, mainly in Race Saver competition. Brings it around lap number 2. And lap number 1 going to be his best attempt, 13.245, 13.332 on second lap around for Kyle Jones. The 2001 USAC Silver Crown champion onto the speedway out of Temple, Texas. It's Paul White in the China Spring Lube and Services, Mopar Powered, P1 Chevrolet, Tubbs Paint and Body, WCR Construction, Bell County Electric, Abilene Powder Coating, number 1. Paul White comes around at 13.870, 13870 seconds for the Wiley veteran on lap number 1. 11 times a feature winner in ASCS Elite non-wing competition. The 3-time champion bringing it off at turn number 4. Better, 13.566. Still fourth quick, though, for Paul White. Next onto the speedway in Racing City, California. He pilots the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Walker Filtration, Smith Titanium, Mini Race Parts, Stanton Spike, Reinbold, Underwood Motorsports from 19AZ. This is Mitchell Moles. Mitchell Moles in the 19AZ. Comes around lap number 1, second quick, 13.018 seconds, 1:30.18 seconds. 4 times a winner on the season. USAC competition out at Macon and Eldora. 15 times in his career he has been your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Second time around, going to be a little bit slower, 13.082. Lap number 1's the one he'll stand on, 13.018. Second quick right now for Mitchell Moles. Coming to us out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio, driving the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Hippie Water Wicks Filters, All-Star Performance, Gressman Power, DRC, Ray Marshall Motorsports, number 33M. This is Matt Westfall. Matt Westfall in the number 33M. Lap number 1 going to go fifth quick at a 13.361, 1:33.61 seconds for Matt Westfall. 3 times a winner on the season, still in search of a USAC national victory, though. Has done that twice in his career. He'll come around lap number 2, slower, 13.425, 13.361. Lap number 1, fifth quick for Westfall. Very quick early on during Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We'll see if he translates it out to Honest Abe Roofing qualifying at Avon, California. The NOS Energy Drink, Boat Foundation, MPV Express, Top Industries, Kistler Maxim at number 4. This is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the 4. He'll fly the front end around to the front straightaway. Lap number 1 going to land him fifth quick at a 13.291, 1:32.91 seconds for the driver who's gone to victory lane 11 times this season. Throughout the entirety of USAC competition, brings it around. Lap number 2, better. Fourth quick, 13.087, 1:30.87 seconds. Fourth quick currently for Justin Grant. Carson Garrett out to the speedway. The driver at a Littleton, Colorado. Driver of the BGE Darty Motorsports Auto Credit Cummings Power DRC chassis, number 15. Hunter Maddox handing control over to one of his machines to BGE Darty Motorsports to compete here tonight. And Carson Garrett going 6 quick on lap number 1 at 13.284, 1:32.84 seconds. Little bit of a snafu there at the exit to number 4. That will hurt him on lap number 2 at 13.483. So 6 quick, lap number 1, 13.284 for Carson Garrett. Driver who picked up the 2024 title with the USAC Wholesale Batteries Midwest Wingless Racing Association. Driving the Wholesale Batteries, Harris Electric, KH Suspension, BR Chevrolet, XXX number 11W. This is Wyatt Burks. Wyatt Burks, a 14.060 on lap number 1. Had a little bit of trouble getting through turns 1 and 2 last time. Much better this time as he rolls her onto the back straightaway. Finds the high side of turn number 3. Streaks her around off of turn number 4. We'll see if he improves on lap number 2. And he does on time, not position, 13.817. Ninth quick currently for Wyatt Burks. And the engine not running during Dirt Draft Hot Laps. And she's got a little spit and a sputter to her here in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Driving a lot in Oklahoma. Driving the Texas Towing Incorporated, Protec, Rodness Supply, Candidate DRC, Fry Family Racer number 79F. This is Cooper Sullivan. Cooper Sullivan in the number 79, 13.948 on his opening lap. One of the graduates of the Dirt 2 Media National Open Wheel 600 Series. Making his way over into turns at 3 and 4. We'll see if he improves here on lap number 2. The engine cleaning out as he has gone along, and he does improve on his time. Still 10th out of 10 at a 13.920, 13.920 for Cooper Sullivan. A little bit of a bobble that time to get things rolling here for R.J. Miller as he is on the clock. The driver to Edgewood, Texas. Driver the Main Street Auto Care Miller Maxim, Wills Point Automotive, number 34. He'll come around and he will be 11th quick out of 11, 14.455. A little bit of struggle getting through turns 1 and 2 once again. Better that time, though, as he'll take her off into turns 3 and 4. Looking for improvement here on lap number 2. Does he find it? He does. A 14.102. Still 11th out of 11 right now. Next contestant out to the speedway out of Fletcher, Oklahoma. Driver the DC Solutions, Soldier Express, Lawton Auto Parts, Plain Spears Racing Engine, EMI Chassis, Derek Cottrell, low number 5B. This is Brock Cottrell. Brock Cottrell in the number 5B 14-131 on his opening lap, puts him 12th quick right now. Regular competitor with the United Sprint League here in Oklahoma. Finished 5th in tour standings. He'll take the Soldier Express number 5, round turns 3 and 4, brings it on lap number 2, and better, 14-044, jumps to 11th on the grid. Again, that's Brock Cottrell in 5. Driver out of Owasso, Oklahoma, we find Ty Halsey in the H&R Autoglass Kennedy XXX Chassis Risley Track Service. Dina Risley owned number 24H. Picking up a win earlier this season with the United Sprint League. That was up at Creek County Speedway on June 8th. Finished 6th in tour standings behind the wheel of the Dina Risley owned machine. Brings it around with a 14-094 in his opening lap. The Owasso Outlaw going to set it over into turns 3 and 4. Looking for a little bit more speed here on lap number 2. Finds the throttle and a little bit better on lap number 1, 14-094, 14-289, lap number 2, 12th quick currently for Ty Halsey. Onto the back straightaway to Newcastle, Oklahoma. He pilots the Smiley's Racing Products, MudX Holloway Special, Westmar XXX Chassis number 03. This is Joe Wood Jr. Joe Wood Jr. in the 03. 12th quick in his opening lap of 14-090, 140.90 seconds. Takes her off into turns 3 and 4. Looking for a little bit of grip here at the exit. Trying to improve on lap number 2. And now lap number 1 going to be the one. The 14-090, 14-268 on lap number 2 for Joe Wood Jr. Very fast during hot laps. We'll see how he does in qualifying. C.J. Leary to Greenfield, Indiana. Driver the Altos Power Equipment of Abilene, Hornbeck Concrete, Highsmith Guns, BGE Darty Motorsports, one-way DRC number 15X. Comes around lap number 1, second quick at a 12-9-46, 129.46 seconds for the driver who's gotten to victory lane 5 times this season, most recently at the dirt track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Brings it around lap number 2. Does he improve? No, a 13.033, 12-9-46, second quick for C.J. Leary on his opening lap. Hunter Maddox next on to the Speedway. Driving the TJD Roofing and Exteriors, Auto Credit, Airmaster Heating and AC, Tommy D's Windows, Doors, and more. Cummings DRC number 24M. Brings it around on lap number 1, 10th quick at a 13.695, 136.95 seconds for the driver of the number 24M. Started off his career in dirt bikes and off-road, starting in sprint cars in 2022. Brings it around lap number 2, slower, 13.853, 13.695 in his opening lap. 10th quick for Hunter Maddox. The driver that finished second in standings with the USAC Wholesale Battery Midwest Wingless Racing Association. Out of Bonham, Texas, driver the B-Town Automotive Circle C Adventures, Simpson Performance Horses, Tops Up Here Bud Quality Threads number 21K. That is Kobe Simpson. Kobe Simpson in the 21K goes 12th quick in his opening lap. 13.866 seconds, 13.866. For Kobe Simpson, picking up a win with the USAC Midwest Wingless Association back in July up at I-35 Speedway. Comes around better on lap number 2, goes to 10th quick at a 13.602, 136.02 seconds for Kobe Simpson. Out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, driving the Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, Fatheads, Thompson Family Dynamics Incorporated, Rider XXX number 69, it's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon screaming on lap number 1 to a 9th fast time at a 13.413, 134.13 seconds. 6 overall wins on the season for Brady Bacon. 5 in USAC competition, 1 with a wing on with World of Outlaws. Comes around lap number 2, better, 6 quick at a 13.186, 131.86 seconds. Better for Brady Bacon, put him 6 on the grid. Driver looking to roll tide on the field at Coleman, Alabama. Driving the Inferno Armor Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis number 3R. This is Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas Jr. in the number 3R. 9th quick in his opening lap of the 13.351, 13.351 seconds for the driver who's gone to victory lane 7 times this season in and out of the USAC National Competition. Comes around lap number 2, better, 6 quick at a 13.148, 13.148 seconds for Kevin Thomas Jr. Jumps up to 6 on the field. Engine problems last night for this driver during practice. He comes to us out of Los Lunas, New Mexico, goes to the backup car in the Jackson Compaction, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Champion Heating and Air, Rancho Milagro, Maxim Chassis. SDV Construction, number 77, it's Colt Treharn. Colt Treharn in the number 77, 13.932, 16th quick on his opening lap. Regular down in non-wing competition to the Vado Speedway Park, ended up second in the Sunset Grill 360 non-wing standings. Picked up a win earlier this year up at Aztec Speedway in Race Saver non-wing competition. Better lap number 2, a 13.931. Still 16th on the field. Craig Carroll onto the speedway out of Collinsville, Oklahoma, driving the Risley Trash Service, H&R Auto Glass, Kennedy Triple X Chassis, Dina Risley owned number 24C. Finished the season 11th in standings with the Oklahoma-based United Sprint League. Comes around lap number 1, 20th quick at a 14.215, 14215 seconds. The United Sprint League, formerly a USAC sanctioned tour here in the state of Oklahoma. Coming around lap number 2, a 14.019, improves to 17th quick. Again, that's Craig Carroll in 24. Terry Maddox buying the United Sprint League a couple of years ago. Now Michael Tyree, the owner and promoter of that series. As Matt Sherrill on track in the 15 out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Driving the bodies by Culver. Jesse Graham owned. J&J Chassis. Yes, his family race at number 15 and 14.002 on lap number 1. Lap number 2, better, 13.902. 15th quick for Matt Sherrill. Driver who is no stranger to victory lane here at the Red Dirt Raceway picked up a win earlier this season during the Mid-America Midget Week back on July 9th with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship at Locust Grove, Oklahoma. Dayson Pursley in the number 21 AZ. Lap number 1 for Dayson, 11th quick, a 13.497 for the Curb Records. Apache Transport, Oakcraft Elegant Cabinetry, Team Arizona Racing, Kerbeck Union Race number 21. Brings it around lap number 2, better, 10th quick at a 13.356, 13356 seconds for Dayson Pursley. Hayden Reinbold next onto the speedway at Gilbert, Arizona. Driver the AME Electrical, Levante Windows and Doors, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Powered Spike Chassis, Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, number 19. 23rd driver out to the speedway, goes 13th quick in his opening lap at a 13.594, 13594 seconds for the Gilbert, Arizona racer. Picked up a midget win earlier this year up at Lucas Oil Speedway with the Power I Series. That was back on May 4th. Comes around lap number 2, better, improves to 12th quick at a 13.420, 13420 seconds for Hayden Reinbold. Driver out of Rocklin, California. The Suburban Subaru, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Deaton's Waterfront Services, Don Ott, DRC number 12. It's the Madman, Robert Ballou. Robert Ballou in 12 on track to qualify. 13th quick in his opening lap at a 13.433, 13433 seconds for the driver who's collected 9 victories on the season. One of those with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship back during Let's Race 2 at the Eldora Speedway. Comes around lap number 2, improves to 8th quick at a 13.235, 13235 seconds for Robert Ballou. Mentioned during hot laps, not the best showing last time this driver was on track with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Ended up with a hole in the side of the block down at Texarkana 67 Speedway during the Wingless Short Track Nationals. Looking for better speed here tonight in the Fat Heifer Breeding Company, Miller EMI. Main Street Auto Care number 43, that's Brennan Marshall. Brennan Marshall out of Edgewood, Texas. Lap number 1 was a 14.798 second lap, 25th quick right now for Marshall. Find a tight condition over into turns 3 and 4. Brings it around lap number 2. It will be a 15.574. From the micros to the midgets to sprint cars, started his career with the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Series out of Colleyville, Texas. Driver the Second Opinion Auto Center, Stanton Maxim Chassis, Pulse Racing Innovations, Kaiser Dirt Defender, Gorham Racing number 71W. This is Weston Gorham. Weston Gorham in the number 71 goes 21st quick on his opening lap, a 14.014 second lap. Did pick up an Indiana win earlier this season back in June at Lincoln Park. Brings it around lap number 2. He was 21st quick on lap number 1, goes to 15th quick on lap number 2 at 13.597, 1:35.97 seconds for Weston Gorham. The Shanae Lawson house car on Speedway out of Odessa, Missouri. Driver the TNT Performance Equine, RTM BP Special, Stanton Racing Engine, Shanae Lawson Chassis, Motorhaven RV and Boat Storage, Schaefer Specialized Lubricants number 74. This is Xavier Doney. Xavier Doney, 15th quick on his opening lap at 13.580, 1:35.80 seconds for the driver who's gone to victory lane 4 times this season. USAC Midwest Series at Lakeside back in May, most recently with the War Series at Lake Ozark Speedway back in July. Second time around, better, 13.457, goes to 14th for Xavier Doney. And what should be the final driver to qualify at Anixa, Missouri, driver of the CarQuest, Bennick Enterprises, All Metal Recycling, Helm Racing, Claxon, DRC 2B, race at number 2B. This is Wesley Smith. Wesley Smith in the number 2B. 23rd quick in his opening lap at a 13.954, 1:39.54 seconds for the driver with 5 overall wins on the season. Winner at I-70, Lucas Oil, Electric City, Lake Ozark, and an ASCS Elite non-wing win down at Big O Speedway in July. Lap number 2, better, 13.471, 15th quick for Wesley Smith. As that'll wrap up your Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. 5th quick tonight was Justin Grant. 4th quick was Logan Seavey. 3rd was Mitchell Moles. 2nd was C.J. Leary. And the driver with the mark to beat and nobody getting close out of Princeton, Indiana. Driver of the Avante Windows and Doors, Premier Recycling, Apache Transport, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis, Petty Performance Race at number 3P. Race fans, give him a hand. Kyle Cummins. So Kyle Cummins tonight's Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. And to hear from him, let's go down trackside to Drake.
Thank you so much, Brian. 17th Honest Abe Roofing Fast Time Qualifier Award of his career and 3rd on the season. First since Indiana Sprint Week for Kyle Cummins. And Kyle, I think it's safe to say you turned the most laps last night here out of anybody. So how big was that to just not only get acclimated to the racetrack, but maybe find that competitive edge over the rest of the field?
It was definitely just to feel the track and how the track works. You know, I just kept going out, and we were trying a bunch of different things. And, you know, the track, it was a good track to test on. The way the track kind of went from tacky to slick to super, super slick. So, but just gave us a couple things to look out for when the track goes away. But I thought going out first we were going to be struggling because it was a little slimy still, but managed to put a good time up on the board. And, you know, just got to shout out, hopefully Jerry Petty's watching with Avante Windows and Doors. And, you know, we got a couple races left here, trying to knock off a couple more wins. And thanks to all my sponsors and my guys. And hopefully, you know, it'll be an interesting track here for the heat races. I think the feature will be, I think, a little bit more passing, but we'll see. It might be. Track was cool. Thanks to the track crew. They fed us last night, and it's an awesome facility here. And just, you know, thanks for them for, you know, getting us out here and hopefully put on a good show tonight.
One of the advantages you had to going out first was you talked to just about everybody that went in behind you. So did a lot of the drivers' notes compare to yours, or did a lot of drivers have a lot of different opinions about what the racetrack did so far, or throughout, I should say, Honest Abe Roofing qualifying?
I think most people, Logan said, man, the track was good last night. And after our second session, I thought the track was like super gripped up. Once we started going out, we noticed it really got slicker. So I think that was a little advantage for us. But most people, it's just a little different to get a hold of. And, you know, it's I don't even know how, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't have a super amount of grip, and it just gets like super, like hard packed. And it's almost like you're running on just a little bit of water the whole time. So, I don't know. It's the same for everybody, and we'll just have to tighten up a little bit more for the heat race here and get through, and hopefully, you know, have a good feature tonight.
Kyle Cummins establishes a track record here with the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship here at Red Dirt Raceway, and the only driver in the 12-second bracket to boot, Brian.
Not too shabby to start off his night here. 3rd time this season, Kyle Cummins has been your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Action Track USA back in June, Kokomo on July 27th. And establishes the USAC track record here at Red Dirt Raceway in a 12.832 second lap for Kyle Cummins, the Avante Windows and Doors entry. Joining me up in the booth, of course, it is the illustrious voice of the Red Dirt Raceway, the one, the only that we know of. Brian Ward joining me up here. Of course, you'll have the call on the factory stocks and the micros here this weekend. Modifieds in action tomorrow.
That's right. The modifieds will replace the factory stocks. in tomorrow's show.
And it's actually a B-Mod, Sport Mod combination.
Sport Mod, B-Mod, they run them together, so we can talk about those differences tomorrow, but both styles of cars are allowed to compete together in the same division.
Has an OCRS vibe.
It does, and the competition is just as equal there. You see Sport Mods win one week and a B Mod win the next week. They're always a good mix in the top 5.
Talk about an OCRS vibe to maybe somebody listening online or watching online going, what is he talking about? The Oil Capital Racing Series, which is an Oklahoma-based tour, they utilize both race saver rules with the 305 and then what they call a champ sprint rule, which is a 500 CFM carbureted engine. And head-to-head, they're pretty equal.
Especially on these short tracks. You know, the bigger tracks, when things kind of spread out, you can start to see some differences. But I love this short track racing here where everyone has a shot at it and keeps it close. It's really exciting.
Crew going to work on the wall here at the Red Dirt Raceway as we are just about ready to go, I believe, in opening ceremonies here in just a moment.
Yeah, you can see the crew with the shovel scraping the stripes on the wall there, getting some of that mud off. Cody Brewer was on the front straightaway just moments ago with his shovel. More officials down there in turn number 4 where they were slinging that red clay up into the white wall. Cody and Melissa were out here earlier this past week putting some fresh paint on the walls, making this place look nice for the USAC cars coming into town. Race fans, we do want to thank you for coming out and joining us here at Red Dirt Raceway in one of the final weekends here for the 2024 season, tonight and tomorrow night. And then we'll be back in a few weeks, November the 16th, for a daytime show. That is a Saturday show that will start at 2 o'clock. That will be the finale for this 24 season, finale of the Red Dirt Raceway facility under ownership of the Brewer family. We'll have a show that Saturday afternoon and then a bonfire and awards presentation following that race on November the 16th. Looks like officials have cleared their way off the racetrack there in turn number 4. They're making their way down to the front stretch. And the 2-car, one of the factory stocks here tonight, will carry the American flag. Matthew Berger, in only his second appearance here at Red Dirt Raceway, a newbie under his dad's training here. Leroy Berger bringing Matthew out in the 2-car. So the flags come out at this time, ladies and gentlemen. If you could please rise. And for our invocation, I'll hand it back over to Mr. Brian Holbert.
Thank you very much. If you would please remove cover. Out of respect to those who serve and in honor of those who have given their lives for this nation, if you would be willing, bow your head with us. Our Father in heaven, tonight, as you would look down upon us, before we would ask of you, we would, of course, give thanks for you. We thank you, Lord, for your glory, your grace, and above all your forgiveness where we fall short of your path, but you never fail to bring us back to your side, to your ways, and to your teaching. For that, we are eternally grateful. And now, Lord, tonight we would ask of you. We would ask that you watch over the drivers who have gathered on these grounds tonight. And while the competition would be as fierce as ever, the ideals of sportsmanship, fairness, friendship, that is what would persevere in a moment otherwise tarnished by anger and a lifetime of regret. We ask not only that you watch over the drivers who would compete here tonight, that you watch over the fans, the crews, the officials, everyone who has gathered here, and we give thanks which we live in a country which we're able to do so freely from persecution. We ask all these things and give thanks in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
And Anthony Hicks will grab the flag back from Matthew Berger there on the front straightaway. Berger is going to be your pole sitter for heat race number 1 as the factory stocks will kick off the program tonight. 17 entries in the factory stock division. 2 heat races for him, and Berger out of Prague, Oklahoma will be your pole sitter for heat race number 1. To the outside, the driver who is in his 49th season of dirt track racing. It is Dennis Dixon out of Oklahoma City, driving the number 94 car. He is in a new car tonight. His car got some severe damage a couple weeks ago in an accident on lap number 1 of their A feature. He said he thinks it's repairable, but didn't have the time to get it all done. A lot of welding and some bending and straightening to go on that frame. So he pulls out the backup car that he already purchased. That car comes from Dominic Morales. It was the number 79. He slapped some new numbers on the side. It'll still be the 94. Dennis Dixon outside row number 1 in his new car. Row number 2, another Oklahoma City driver on the inside, driving the black number 6. It's Trevor Hitchcock. To his outside, driver from right here in Meeker, Oklahoma, in the number 95C. That's going to be Cooper Spencer. From just down the road in Wellston, Oklahoma, driving the number 92, Lee Del Ostring will sit inside row number 3 into his outside. Your 2024 track champion in the number 75, Mark Norwood. And that car is for sale. 3-time track champion in the 75. Moving back to row number 4 on the inside, out of Oklahoma City, driving the number 31. That orange car is Robert Schuster. To the outside from McLeod, Oklahoma, in the 3S, the black and orange car, that is Joshua Starner. And then from Shawnee, the other black and orange one, the 14C, his teammate, Cody McDonald. Okay, now we're getting them stacked up. Berger and Dixon, side by side, the 2 and the 94. Your front row, Hitchcock and Spencer, row 2. Ostring and Norwood, row number 3. Schuster and Starner, row number 4, with McDonald bringing up the rear. 9 drivers, 8 times around the first heat race. Berger will slowly set the pace down the back chute. Gets on the loud pedal here. The green flag waves, and we are underway. Looked like Berger might have started a hair early, but the flagman lets it stand, and he's going to lead him through turns 1 and 2 with that 95 of Cooper Spencer. He looked like he was coming to the inside of Dixon and then shot up the track a little bit. Got out of it. You can see he's got the tires turned. That front end is pushing hard there in 3 and 4. And here comes that 75. Your track champion. He splits the difference between Spencer and Dixon. He takes the 2 spot. Mark Norwood, 75 into second. Spencer and Dixon still holding 3rd and 4th. There you see Spencer drifting way up the track. And now the battle for the lead is going to heat up. There goes the 75. We got a 2-car battle back here for the 4th position, but a new leader down the back straightaway is Norwood. Dixon's 94 holding 3rd. Ostring in 4th. There's Berger's 2-car holding the 2 spot right now. Coming to the halfway point here, and the driver who started in the 6th position will lead another one in the 75. Again, that car is for sale. All the cars get the halfway signal here deep in the field. Schuster, McDonald, Hitchcock all battling. That's where the most action is there. Hitchcock gets a little squirrely, and Schuster's going to go right underneath, closing in on Spencer's 95. Your leader will get the 2-to-go signal here. And Berger drifted way up to the wall and lost 2 spots in that corner. Dropping 2nd to 4th behind Dixon and Ostring. Here comes Ostring with a little better pull out of turn number 2. Looks to the bottom, entering turn number 3. He's right there behind Dennis Dixon. Dixon opens the door as they exit turn 4, taking the white flag. Final circuit. No challenge for the 75 of Mark Norwood, but the battle for the 2 spot remains here with Ostring's 92 closing in on Dixon's 94. Dennis Dixon does hold on to the 2 spot ahead of Ostring. Berger finishes 4th, but your race winner driving the number 75. He's out of McLeod, Oklahoma, the 3-time track champion. That is Mark Norwood. Norwood will head down to get his can. NOS Energy. And we've got one more heat race in your factory stock division. We'll get you the starting grid for heat race number 2. A new body for your pole sitter. He's out of Macomb, Oklahoma, driving the number 83J. He's been in the stock body, the aqua with purple numbers. Now he's got the aftermarket body, the purple aluminum with the lime green nose and tail piece and the 83J on it. That is James Wilson. To the outside, the Wildcat out of Piedmont driving the 55C. That is Steve Clemens. Papa Leroy inside row number 2 driving the 7 car. Just saw Matthew finish 4th in heat race number 1. Leroy out of Prague as well, starts inside row number 2. Robert Steele back in the seat of the 8S. He's out of Shawnee. He's been out of the seat all season long, but hops back in for tonight's program. Jonathan Jarvis picked up a big win a couple weeks ago in the X2. He sits inside row number 3 out of Oklahoma City. Yukon, Oklahoma's Stephen Smith to his outside in the 38S. Green flag's going to wave. Terry Smith and Erica Payton make up your 4th and final row. Clemens will lead him into turn number 1 ahead of James Wilson. There's Jarvis in that X2 sitting in 3rd right now. He's going to dive to the inside of Wilson. Berger there to the outside in that black number 7. Jarvis easily takes the 2 spot away from James Wilson. Now we'll see if he can cast a line and reel in that 55 of Steve Clemens. Starting to spread out a bit as they head down the back straightaway. Kind of equidistant across your top 5. Battle here deep in the field. Robert Steele back in that 8S with Stephen Smith trying to make a move to the inside in the 38S. Meanwhile, James Wilson in that purple 83, he was in danger of losing a spot to Leroy Berger, and then Leroy slid up way too high in turn number 1. Lost all the ground he made up and the momentum. He's going to have to work him again for another lap. Here's the battle for the top spot as we're at the halfway point. That 55 of Steve Clemens is your race leader with Jonathan Jarvis chasing him down in the X2. He went from about an 8-car length gap when Jarvis got to the 2 spot to right on the bumper now just 3 laps later. And they're closing in on traffic that could play a factor. Erica Payton's ahead of him. Now Clemens, he pulls to the infield, and Jarvis will easily take the top spot. Jarvis is going to slide underneath Erica Payton's 22 as Clemens sits there in the infield. He's off the racetrack, but the yellow light is going to come on. He's just barely there into the infield, not quite out of harm's way. So they'll throw the caution and get Steve Clemens pushed to a safer spot in that 55C. First caution of the night comes on lap number 5. Heat race number 2 for your factory stocks. So your winner in heat race number 1 came from outside row number 3, and currently your leader started inside row number 3. They had pulled away, but it's going to stack them back up here. Clemens has his gloves off. He's headed back to the trailer. See if we can get word on that one and find out if he's going to make it back out for the main event tonight. All 17 drivers will advance. No B feature in either of our support classes tonight, the factory stocks or the stock non-wing micros. We have 17 of the factory stocks, only 12 micros here tonight, so no B features in either of those divisions. They'll all advance to the A main. Our cone gets set out on the front straightaway as the yellow light continues to flash. making sure the lineup is in the correct order. Jonathan Jarvis, James Wilson, Leroy Berger, Robert Steele, Steven Smith, Terry Smith, and then Erica Payton. They got the one to go signal. The yellow light is off. Jarvis is keeping a pretty steady pace here down the back straightaway. Looking for the wave of the green. We have 3 laps to go. Green light comes on, and they head into turns 1 and 2, single file. But here comes Robert Steele making a move to the inside of Leroy Berger, and Steven Smith now goes underneath Steele. Contact. Berger's able to keep it straight, and he looks underneath James Wilson's 83. They got the 2 to go signal there. Can everyone play nice for the final 2 laps? Berger underneath James Wilson. That's for second, as Jarvis has really pulled away from him in the X2. White flag waves here, final circuit. Leroy Berger started third. He moves into the 2 spot as the checks come down for Jonathan Jarvis, who gets the 5-1 run. Berger does go 3-2. James Wilson drops back from 1 to 3. And that'll do it for your factory stock heat races. So they'll head back and make any adjustments and get ready for their main event that'll come later tonight. Our program running order, you got the sprint car heat races up next, and then your stock non-wing micros. We'll run the factory stock A feature before the sprint car B feature. So the factory stock A, the sprint car B, then the micro A, and then your sprint car A to close out the program tonight. So the TRD pace truck pulls out onto the racetrack as Jarvis picked up his NOS Energy there in victory lane in the infield. Sprint cars coming onto the track. And for the call of those, we hand it back over to your USAC announcer, Mr. Brian Holbert.
Thank you very much. First of 4 heat races making its way out for the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship. Simpson Race Products heat race number 1. 10 laps the distance. Top 5 going to advance on directly into your feature event. Everybody else into your Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. Lineup for your opening round of heat races set to hit the green like this. On the pole at Owasso, Oklahoma. Driver of the bodies Mike Culver, Estes Family Racing, Jesse Graham owned J&J, Chip Graham Racing, number 15M. It's going to be Matt Sherrill. Lining up next to him, the 71W out of Colleyville, Texas, the Second Opinion Auto Center, Pulse Racing Innovation, Stanton Maxim Entry of Weston Gorham. Second row from the inside, you'll find Hayden Reinbold at Gilbert, Arizona. Driver of the AME Electrical, Levante Windows and Doors, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike Chassis, number 19. And for the 4th starting spot, it'll be Kyle Jones, the Stash out of Kennedale, Texas. Driving the Express Car Wash of Texas, J&D Chevrolet powered Maxim, B&K Windows, Abilene Powder Coating Valvoline, number 79. 5th starting spot will be Justin Grant out of Ione, California. Driver the NOS Energy Drink, Boat Foundation, MPV Express, Top Industries, Maxim Kisser Power, number 4 machine. And to his right, tonight's Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier and now track record holder here at the Red Dirt Raceway out of Princeton, Indiana. Driver the Levante Windows and Doors, Premier Recycling, Apache Transport, Petty Performance Race number 3P. That is Kyle Cummins. Final row from the inside, it'll be Brock Cottrell. He's out of Fletcher, Oklahoma. Driver the DC Solutions, Soldier Express, Lawton Auto Parts, Blaine Spears Power, number 5B. And your final starter hails out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. The Smiley's Racing Products, MudX, Holloway Special, Westmore Triple X, number 03. That is Joe Wood Jr. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here for Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 of 4, as I do believe Drake York with an update down trackside.
Thank you so much, Brian. Talk to your pole sitter of Simpson Race Products, heat race number 1, Matt Sherrill, back in the pit area just before we got going with heat race action. And, of course, that car has been a little bit off all night, and even earlier today when they were firing up that race car. Matt told me it's nothing terribly internal, but we think it's something with the timing. He told me it may not be perfect for the heat race, but it's going to get close. We're going to be close for sure, so keep an eye on Matt. He rolls from the inside of the front row.
Thank you very much. Another quick note, Joe Wood Jr., failed to report to scales following his qualifying run, so his time was disallowed. That's why he is slated to start at the back of Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. As you saw during qualifying, the field was assembling down on the infield track, and Joe did make his way directly back to the pits. So the field getting lined up and ready to go. Again, Cheryl Gorham on row number 1, Reinbold Jones in row number 2, Grant Cummins, row number 3, Cottrell and Joe Wood Jr. in row number 4. The Toyota Racing Development pace truck going to make its way down to the infield. Set to go 10 times around. Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. Round of the NOS Energy Starcan field, going to barrel off into turns 1 and 2. We'll see who has the advantage onto the back straightaway. Well, the caution's going to have the advantage. And they're going to bring it back and try it again. And we'll try it again. Much cleaner start this time. Round of the NOS Energy Starcan field. Going to barrel off into turns 1 and 2. And just like the first attempt, it will be the 71W of Weston Gorham jumping out to the early advantage. He'll slide her up the racetrack. Down to the bottom goes Cheryl. He talked about she wasn't quite running good earlier. Well, he's found the RPMs here. Matt Cheryl going to come around to lead lap number 1. 3 wide for the top spot. The Avante windows the doors number 3. Going to snake it up. A little bit of contact between he and the 71. They go tire to tire. Round to the back straightaway. Battle for the race lead. Here comes the 3. Can't get it on lap number 2. It's going to be Cheryl holding on to it. Kyle Cummins right there in second. Cummins once again working that inside line, trying to steal away the top spot here. Matt Sherrill forced up the racetrack. He's going to try to carry momentum around to the front straightaway. Drag race, and you've got a new leader. Kyle Cummins going to take over on lap number 3. Matt Sherrill back to second. Kyle Jones, Hayden Reinbold, good battle for the third spot right now. The Stash going to hold on to it here. Snidely going to put the whip to her on the outside. Tries to hold on to the third position. He's got it. The Avante windows and doors. AME Electrical number 19 holds on to the fourth spot. Justin Grant right now holds on to the final ticket into the show. As once he got to the lead, he's going to take off and adjust tactics. The bottom side got him there. The high side didn't allow him to pull away. Kyle Cummins 1.325 seconds to the good as they were nearly 3 wide for the second spot. Matt Sherrill trying desperately to hold on to it. Reinbold Jones coming after him, and now here comes Justin Grant. 4-car fight for the runner-up spot. Grant going to thread the needle to the front straightaway. Going to go 5th to 3rd to 2nd as they hit the back straightaway. Justin Grant on the move in the NOS Energy drink number 4. Sherrill coming back to the inside, rolls to the middle. It goes the 19 down to the bottom. They're swapping up the second spot like crazy here. Grant has it at the line. Sherrill, Reinbold, Jones, still your top 5. 2 laps to go this time. White flag coming next time at turn number 4. Justin Grant in second. Hayden Reinbold steals away the third position. Matt Sherrill gets shuffled back to 4th. Kyle Jones in 5th. 1 to go this time for Kyle Cummins in 3. Good racing all through this one to kick things off here in night number 1. At Red Dirt Raceway with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 is in the books, and Kyle Cummins going to pick up the heat race win. Justin Grant fighting up to 2nd. Hayden Reinbold in 3rd. Matt Sherrill in 4th. Kyle Jones in 5th. Those 5 drivers moving on into your feature event. Weston Gorham, Brock Cottrell, and Joe Wood Jr. unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, hailing out of Princeton, Indiana. Perfect so far here tonight. Quick qualifier heat race win for the Avante windows and doors. Stanton Mach 1 number 3 P race fans. Give him a hand. Kyle Cummins, your winner in Simpson Race Products heat race number 1. Let's go down to Drake.
Kyle Cummins, your winner of Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1, already quick time and your new track record holder, and the first winner of a USAC sprint car race here at Red Dirt Raceway. And Kyle, we saw a lot of lines become really good throughout that first heat race. How hard is it going to be to choose that perfect line in the feature event later tonight?
It's definitely going to be. That's who's going to win or lose the race. Thought the top was all right, then I didn't know, and then I thought the middle was okay, and then it was better coming off. it's just running each lap to get a little bit better and find out where the lines are. But car's pretty good. I don't know how good they were behind me, if they were close, but just got out there and tried a couple different things. But just give it up, Jerry Petty. Hopefully he's excited. I think we'll start 6th there in the feature, so it'll be tough to get from 6th to 1st the way things are. But we'll just see how it goes. I got to say hi to my wife and my 2 kids at home. They didn't get to make the trip, so they're watching. Hey, babies. And hopefully we can got to thank Midwest Lawn and Landscape for helping us out. Premier Recycling, Lucas Oil of Evansville, Bill Floyd, S&C Machine. There's just a bunch of people, Apache Transport. Thanks to all them guys, and hopefully we can get us a win here tonight.
Kyle Cummins, as we mentioned, he's already done 2 firsts tonight. First driver to be quick time here at Red Dirt and first driver to win a USAC Sprint Car Heat Race. We'll see if he can be the first to win a USAC Sprint Car feature event here at Red Dirt later tonight.
Thank you very much. Honda Supply Heat Race number 2 coming up next, and the driver on the pole of this one is going to be Cooper Sullivan at Lawton, Oklahoma, driving the Texas Towing Incorporated Canada DRC Fry Family Racing number 79F. Lining up next to him, scheduled to be the 21K. The driver coming to us out of Bonham, Texas. That's Kobe Simpson, the B-Town Automotive Circle C Adventures. Simpson Performance Horses, Tom Up Bud Quality Threads number 21. Second row from the inside, Xavier Doney out of Odessa, Missouri, the TNT Performance Equine, RT and BP Special, Motorhaven RV and Boat Storage, Shanae Lawson Chassis, Stanton Power number 74. And for the 4th starting spot, you'll find Carson Garrett at Littleton, Colorado, the BGE Darty Motorsports Auto Credit Cummings Power DRC number 15. Next row from the inside, Kevin Thomas Jr. to Coleman, Alabama. He pilots the Inferno Armor Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Rock City Racing, Eddie Gilstrap Motors number 3R. And from the 6th starting spot, it'll be C.J. Leary at Greenfield, Indiana, the Altos Power Equipment, One Way Power, DRC, Valvoline, Hornbeck Concrete, Highsmith Guns, number 15X. Final starter is set to be Ty Halsey out of Owasso, Oklahoma, driving the H&R Auto Glass, Canada XXX, Risley Trash Service, Dina Risley-owned, number 24H. As that'll be your scheduled lineup for Honda Supply Heat Race number 2 of 4 here tonight with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Cooper Sullivan, driver on the pole at Lawton, Oklahoma. One of the drivers moving up out of the micro ranks over the years. We'll bring him down to the drop of the green flag. The 21K, Kobe Simpson. Several years racing around the Lone Star State. Regular competitor back in Indiana, as well as Missouri throughout the 2024 season. Picked up a win July 6th at I-35 Speedway with the USAC Midwest Wingless Racing Association. Starts to the outside of row number 1. Odessa, Missouri driver Xavier Doney, the Doney Lawson Racing Machine. 4 wins on the season. USAC Midwest Wingless Racing Association, Race Saver, as well as Wingless Auto Racing. Goes from the 3rd starting spot as we go to green. 3 wide with the top spot to start things off here. Who's going to have the punch to the back straightaway? It will be the 21K for the time being. Works it high side through turns 3 and 4. Doney down to the bottom. Drag race. Lap number 1. It will be Kobe Simpson leading the way. Xavier Doney right there in 2nd. Battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th going on behind them. You got the 3R of Kevin Thomas Jr., the 79F of Cooper Sullivan, and the 15 of Carson Garrett. Into the mix now rolls the 24 of Halsey. Halsey going to take over that 5th spot. Trying to punch his ticket into the show. Works by the 15X of C.J. Leary. Leary getting shuffled to the back of the field there for a second. Problems for Garrett. Turns 3 and 4. Gets it gathered back up. The 15 in the meantime. C.J. Leary back up into the 5th spot. Works by the 24H of Ty Halsey. Going to gap him onto the back straightaway as Kobe Simpson leads. But for how long? Well, no longer. Kevin Thomas Jr. to his inside. The 3R is going to take over. The Inferno Armor number 3R taking over with 6 laps to go. Kobe Simpson getting shuffled back to 2nd. Kevin Thomas Jr. around the bottom of turns 3 and 4. And going to put several car links between himself and the 21. In fact, over a second now between himself and 2nd place. Xavier Doney running in the 3rd position. Going to close up quickly on him now and see if he can battle to get one more spot here. He's got the 15 of Carson Garrett and the 15X of C.J. Leary giving chase as they work around to the front straightaway. 4 laps remain. Battle for the 3rd spot ongoing. Garrett, Doney side by side onto the back straightaway. Xavier able to beat him to the punch. Takes it down to the bottom side. Protects the line. In fact, going to open up a chance to take over 2nd. He does. Xavier Doney up into the second spot. Kobe Simpson back to third. Carson Garrett now giving up the spot to C.J. Leary through turns 1 and 2. Leary up into fourth. Carson Garrett back to fifth. 2 to go for your leader, Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas slides up across the racetrack over in turns 1 and 2. Finds the cushion at exit. Problems for Ty Halsey. The 24 takes it down to the infield track. Done in this one with 1 to go. C.J. Leary got shuffled all the way to the tail end of the field in the early runnings of this one, and he has fought his way back valiantly. Takes over the third spot as they work onto the back straightaway. Checkered flag, though, going to drop, and Kevin Thomas Jr. wins. In Rod Supply Heat Race number 2, Xavier Doney crossing in second, C.J. Leary in third, Kobe Simpson and Carson Garrett. Those 5 drivers moving straight on into the feature of Van Cooper Sullivan and Ty Halsey unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Coleman, Alabama. Driving the Inferno Armor, Lynch Machining, Lucas Oil Center, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, number 3R race fans. Give him a hand. Kevin Thomas Jr., your winner, as we go down to Drake.
Thank you so much, Brian. KTJ, Kevin Thomas Jr., winner of Rod and Supply Heat Race number 2. Make it 10 heat races win on the season for the Coleman, Alabama driver who just moved into 4th in series standings. And KT, a very veteran-like drive out of you. No surprise there, but Red Dirt Raceway offering up so many ways to pass tonight. Is it hard being a little bit patient like you were in that heat race?
I mean, no, not really. You know, we got a good race car, so it allows you to move around and, you know, maybe not, this is going to be bad to say, but not be as aggressive as what you think you need to be. So, you know, just being able to work and, you know, find lines that are good for the race car and then be able to find where they're not good at. So, you know, we got a good race car whenever it comes to that, and, you know, see if we can just keep that going throughout the night. I think we should start on the pole, so just get out there, don't screw up.
Kevin Thomas Jr., always good for some insight, and he delivered us some amazing insight there. Once again, your winner of Rod and Supply Heat Race number 2.
Thank you very much. TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3's making its way out to the Speedway. Driver slated for the pole is Colt Treharn at Los Lunas, New Mexico. The Jackson Compaction, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Champion Heating and AC, Rancho Milagro, Maxim Chassis number 77. Lining up next to him, the 24M out of Bedford, Indiana. The TJD Roofing and Exteriors, Auto Credit, Airmaster Heating and AC, Megacorp Logistics entry. That is Hunter Maddox. Next row up for the inside, it will be the 2B Racing, Midwest Sheet Metal, CarQuest, Bennick Enterprises, Claxon DRC number 2B out of Nixon, Missouri. That is Wesley Smith. And for the 4th starting spot, it'll be Dason Pursley from right up the road in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. Driver of the Curb Records, Apache Transport, Team Arizona, Curb Agagenian Racing, RSS Industries, number 21AZ. Brady Bacon, the Macho Man, going to go from the 5th starting spot at Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The Telstar Technologies, Davis Brothers, Ryder Triple X, Hobson Family, Dynamics Incorporated, number 69. And to his right, it'll be Mitchell Moles at Raisin City, California. The AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike, number 19AZ. Final starter comes to you out of Edgewood, Texas. Driver of the Main Street Auto Care, Miller Maxim. Wills Point Automotive, number 34. That is R.J. Miller. As that'll be your starting lineup again for TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3. Pro Source offering up a little bit of bonus money, $100 each night plus $100 overall to the highest finishing driver with the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Series. Again, co-sanctioning this weekend's event with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. The debut event for both tours here at the Quarter Mile Oval. Colt Treharn in the 77, starting his racing career at the former Southern New Mexico Speedway. Regular competitor this season down at Vado Speedway Park. Ended up 2nd in the Sunset Grill 360 non-wing standings. Last night, had a different car on track. In fact, it was his 410 car that was out here last night. The crew thinking they broke the crank as the engine locked up and he slid off the high side of the speedway over in turn number 1. Luckily doing that on practice night. And that's the car that he actually competes regularly at Vado Speedway Park. It has a 360 under the hood. So we'll see how it does against the 410 power plants here as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. Round of the NOS Energy start can. We go to green. Well, he's going to lead him into turns 1 and 2, and he's going to have the advantage onto the back straightaway. Treharn leads the way into turns 3 and 4. Can he come around to lead lap number 1 is the question. The 2B, the 21, the 69, they're all setting sights on him. Treharn going to lead the way. Treyharn leads, takes it high into 1 and 2. Pair of cars slip by as we've got them tangled over in turns 1 and 2. Caution light's going to come on. Bacon and Moles come together. Watching as a 2B and the 21 AZ took off with first and second. Not seeing how it all started over in turns 1 and 2, just seeing how it ended. So we'll get a look at the FloRacing replay. And looks like Bacon maybe just started going around at the 19 with nowhere to go. Ends up mounting up on the left front. Thought for a second maybe there was some contact with the 24. That is not the case as they slow the frame rate down, and we're able to see clearly Bacon going in, the car just stepping out from underneath him. And the AME Electric number 19 with nowhere to go. So they'll get the cars freed up and begin to clear things out. The caution going to be the saving grace to Treyharn. That's going to hand the lead back to the number 77. As the pass had been made, working onto the back straightaway, was not made official coming around to the start-finish line. Again, a quick reminder, if you're just tuning in or just joining us here in the grandstands, the start-finish line not located at the flag stand. There is a checkered flag affixed in the fence here along the front straightaway. You can see here on the broadcast, that is actually where the scoring loop is for the transponders. If you're unfamiliar with the history of the Red Dirt Raceway, not the original configuration. It used to be a 3/8 mile track. As they pan over into turns 1 and 2 here in a minute, you'll be able to see where the original outside retaining wall still remains on this racetrack. Back in the days when it was called Brill Motor Speedway. So the flag stand remained at its original position. Timing and scoring go back to the middle of the front straightaway as we're single file past the NOS Energy start cannon back to green. Treyharn again going back to the top of the speedway, leaves the bottom open for the 2B of Wesley Smith, trying to get a run this time into turns 3 and 4. Treyharn trying to take it down to pressure him. Smith not deterred one bit, going to come around and lead the way, flies the front end around to the front straightaway. As Smith leads, Treyharn trying to hold on to second. Dason Persley trying to take that spot away from him. Brady Bacon and Mitchell Moles both able to refire, and Moles trying to make their way through the field. Bacon back up into fourth quickly here. Moles currently going to ride in 6. Hunter Maddox currently holding on to that final transfer. As I say that, though, Moles going to streak to the outside. See if he can come around to secure the spot here. Maddox racing back to his inside at the start-finish line. Advantage will be to Moles by 0.057 seconds as the battle is on for the race lead. Dason Persley coming after Wesley Smith. That challenge starting a lap ago now sets it up to the outside. The curb records number 21 misses it by 0.013 seconds. Smith patient around the bottom as they come to the cross flags. 5 in, 5 to go. Pair of battles on the racetrack now. Fight for the third spot. Brady Bacon working top shelf. Treyharn down to the bottom. Advantage will be to the Jackson Compaction Messiah Valley Transportation number 77. The Telstar Technologies number 69 still working the high side with a big run to the back straightaway as the battle for the race lead ongoing. It is the Curb Records Team Arizona Racing number 21 AZ trying to take it away from Wesley Smith. So far, the CarQuest 2B Pinnacle Enterprises entry holds on to it. Caution. A little bit of a kerfuffle over in turns 3 and 4. Everybody gets it righted. Look back at the 24M of Hunter Maddox. Out of the racing line. We'll see if we have something here on the FloRacing replay. And there it is. He orbited the racetrack over in turn number 3. So does the 360, keeps it running. But that does draw the automatic caution as we go back to green with 3 to go. Wesley Smith taking back off of the top spot. Dason Persley once again going to set sights on and pass for the third position. Brady Bacon quickly to the outside, going to dive to the inside to take it away in the Telstar Technologies number 69. 2 to go. White flag next time at a turn number 4 and a pass for the lead. Dason Persley streaking by the 2B of Wesley Smith to take the spot away. He's got one more lap. Smith still working the inside, trying to make hay here, see if he can run down Pursley, but Dayson with a big run onto the back straightaway, going to go in and switch lines down to the bottom at turns 3 and 4. Checker flag going to drop in this one. Dayson Pursley gets the job done in TJ14 race number 3. Wesley Smith in second. Brady Bacon in third. Mitchell Moles in fourth. Colt Trahorn holds on for the final transfer spot. RJ Miller and Hunter Maddox unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma. He pilots the Curb Records Apache Transport, one-way powered DRC, Team Arizona Racing, Kurt Pickajanian Racing, number 21 AZ. Race fans, give him a hand. Dayson Pursley, your winner in TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3. Let's send it down to Drake.
Dayson Pursley collects the win in TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3. 8th heat race win on the season, and he had earned, of course, one of the best here in USAC National Midget Competition, as he's won here twice, including a win this year during Tuesday Night Thunder, and comes into the final weekend of racing third in the national points. But Dayson, that heat race win certainly did not come easy. Did it kind of surprise you how long it took to get around Wesley Smith on the top, and what was the key to finally getting past him there at the end?
Yeah, I don't think if I would have had that yellow there, if I would have got around him, I think the yellow kind of played in my favor, where it was just enough to kind of break his momentum, and it was just enough for me to kind of get the top rolling in 1 and 2, and just started running a little bit harder and trying to just win that heat race. It's a valuable heat race to win, and thankfully we were able to do that. So yeah, Wesley ran a good race, and it just shows that there's 2 unique grooves here at Red Dirt Raceway, and hats off to the track crew. It's a phenomenal racetrack so far, and looking forward to the future here.
Dayson Pursley collects the win in TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3.
Thank you very much, Drake. Car IQ Heat Race number 4. Out to the Speedway, driving to Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Risley Trash Service, H&R Auto Glass, Candidate XXX number 24C of Craig Carroll, slated to be on the pole of this one. Outside of him, Wyatt Burks out of Topeka, Kansas, the Wholesale Battery, Harris Fabrication, Lazy L Ranch, BR Chevrolet XXX number 11W. Second row from the inside at Temple, Texas, the China Spring Lube and Service, P1 Performance, Bell County Electric, Abilene Powder Coating, number 1. It's going to be Paul White. And from the 4th starting spot, it'll be Matt Westfall out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio, the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Gressman DRC Chassis All-Star Performance, number 33M. The Madman, Robert Blue, set to go from 5th out of Rockland, California, Suburban Subaru, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Deaton Waterfront Services, Burke Western Telecom, Hinchman Indy, number 12 Machine. And outside of him, your points leader coming into this weekend out of Sutter, California, driven the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, Rockwell Security, Stanton DRC, number 57. That is Logan Seavey. Final starter in this one set to be Brennan Marshall out of Edgewood, Texas, the Fat Heifer Breeding Company, Main Street Auto Care, Miller EMI Chassis, number 43. As that'll be your scheduled lineup for Car IQ Heat Race number 4, final heat race of the evening for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Get top 5 going to advance on directly into your feature event. Everybody else into your Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck down into the infield, side by side till they reach the NOS Energy start can, this time at turn number 4. Field of the wave of the green flag, high side charge, and he'll try to run up and steal away the race lead here in the opening lap. Off of turn number 4, he's got it. Wyatt Burks leads away. Craig Carroll running in the 2nd spot. Paul White trying to hold on to 3rd. Logan Seavey trying to steal that position away from him now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Seavey trucking high side of the Mesilla Valley Transportation, number 57. White down to the bottom. And the China Spring number 1 at the line. It was Seavey by .027. White back to his inside. Battle for the race lead though in front of them. Craig Carroll last time by had the top spot. Comes around to secure it. Wyatt Burks back to 2nd. Carroll patiently around the bottom side of the speedway. Logan Seavey running in 3rd. Paul White running in 4th. Matt Westfall up into 5th. Takes that spot away from Robert Ballou. Ballou going to get shuffled back to 6th. Brennan Marshall right now running out your running order. Robert Ballou, the car really loose over in turns 1 and 2. Having to wait on it quite a bit. Rolls her up to the cushion in turns 3 and 4. Trying to find some grip. as right now might find himself battling his way out of an Elliott's Custom Trailers Kart semi-feature event as Craig Carroll has company once again. Wyatt Burks with a massive run onto the back straightaway, trying to carry that momentum around to the near side of the speedway. Bottom side, exiting to number 4. Too good, though. Craig Carroll with 4 laps remaining in this one. It is Carroll, then Burks, then Seavey. Robert Ballou finding a little bit here in the late runnings. Had really lost ground in the top 5. Now going to come around and put himself back in the show. Works by the 33M of Matt Westfall. Side by side for 4th, side by side for the race lead. Here comes Wyatt Burks once again. Tries to take it down to the bottom and take the line away. Can't get there fast enough. Craig Carroll continues to lead with 2 to go. White flag coming this time. Battle for the top spot, battle for the transfer position. Craig Carroll lost it into 3, regains it out of 4. 0.146 seconds separating them. Wyatt Burks with another run onto the backstretch now. Has to get it down across the nose of the number 24. This time able to do it. He's going to steal the way on the final lap. Wyatt Burks wins in Car IQ Heat Race number 4. Craig Carroll in 2nd, Logan Seavey in 3rd, Robert Ballou in 4th, Paul White holds on for 5th, Matt Westfall and Brennan Marshall unofficially rounding out your field. Last lap pass for the top spot for the driver out of Topeka, Kansas. Driving the wholesale battery, Harris Fabrication, Triple X, Lazy L Ranch, number 11 W Race fans. Give him a hand, Wyatt Burks, your winner. In Car IQ Heat Race number 4, let's go down to Drake.
Wyatt Burks, the now 4-time USAC Midwest Wingless Racing Association champion, gets the job done in Car IQ Heat Race number 4, and he tried time and time again to shut the door on Craig Carroll going into turn number 3, and you finally got that run you needed off at turn number 2. What was the difference there on the last lap to finally make that move stick for you?
Yeah, I used the wall back there off the backstretch. I could hit it just right to shoot me down the backstretch, but I've been sick all week, so hopefully I'll be all right for these 30 laps in the feature, but I got to say thank you to my mom, my dad, Wholesale Battery, say hi to my girlfriend and her family at home. So we'll see everybody in the feature.
Wyatt Burks channeling his inner Michael Jordan and playing while sick. He's your winner of Car IQ Heat Race number 4.
Thank you very much as the micros make their way out to the speedway. Brian Ward, the voice of the Red Dirt Raceway.